What's up, guys? Welcome to another video of San Pedro Paranormal here on YouTube. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because, as you can see, I don't have my my co-host with me today. Carlos. With the whole coronavirus thing going on, we decided that it'd be safer for us not to do any videos together for now. Hopefully, this doesn't last too long and we're able to get back together, in the near future. Today's video I'm going to be reviewing some films. I think I spoke about these films the last episode, about a film director that sent me these films. His name is Wayne Poe. Oh, he's the guy right here, on the monitor that you see right next to me. And he actually used to be a paranormal investigator. I think he said like for 10 years before he got into making films. But yeah, he's gonna be calling me any minute now, to do an over the phone interview, and maybe so he could tell us a little about himself and also about how he got into filming. And I actually have a lot of questions about this film here, the Night Stalkers. He actually, in this film, he follows a few paranormal investigating groups and films how they do their investigations, and there's some pretty crazy stuff in this one, and I do recommend, if you haven't watched this, I believe he said it's on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, but he'll let us know right now. But he also had sent this other one, Hotel Camarillo, that I'm going to be reviewing on a future video, because I really didn't have time to watch it to watch it this week. I was really busy, and then with now that the kids are home, there's no school, and today I had to actually go pick up my son at UC Santa Barbara. So it was a long drive, 2.5 hours to get there, 2.5 hours to come back. So if I'm a little tired right now, so that's why but hopefully, let's see if what time is it? He said he was gonna call. Okay, so we have a couple of minutes. So yeah, this video here, it's pretty cool because it actually gives you some ideas on how to, if you're getting into doing paranormal investigations or doing EVPs, which was what I started with. This kind of gives you some ideas of how to do these things. And it shows you like the two sides of investigators. There's of course the investigators that believe everything, like everything they hear, every sound they hear, it's they believe it to be a spirit. But then you have also the investigators that are more how would you say it, more skeptical. And so you see the two groups kind of clash with each other. But yeah, it's great movie. I was actually very impressed. I didn't, I thought it was just gonna be like just because there's a lot of videos on YouTube where you could actually see people doing ghost hunts. But this one was actually really interesting. And I think I looked for it on YouTube, but it's not on YouTube. I thought maybe he had loaded it, but there is a trailer. You could watch the trailer on YouTube for this movie. It's Night Stalkers. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. It's Wayne Poe on YouTube. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. I actually had something happen to me. After we did last week's episode was on Nicole 6. We did an interview with a spiritual medium, and if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check it out. It's episode 7. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, episode 7 with Nicole 6. Anyways, I was mentioning that because the day after I did that episode, I actually had something happen at the house. We actually had like a frame, like a picture frame we have in our dining room, fall off the wall, and then we were hearing some weird noises at night. I don't know if it was related to maybe the interview we did, or if maybe something attached to me, over the phone. I don't know if that's possible. I'm gonna actually ask Wayne if he knows anything about that, since he's so he's a lot more he's more knowledgeable on doing the ghost hunt. So I'm gonna ask him if he's ever had something like that happen. But it was pretty crazy because when the frame fell down, I think it was like at 2 a.m, so it kind of freaked out my family. And then after that, I think that's Wayne Poe calling right now. So let's go ahead and get him on the phone. Hello, Wayne.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, Wayne. How are you?
Doing good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I was just talking about you right now before you called. But
okay.
yeah, you know what? I was telling the viewers that I actually, you sent me two films to review. Yeah. And I actually only got to see one of them, which was the Night Stalkers.
Yes.
And well, you know what? Before we start, why don't you tell us a little about yourself? How was it that you got into like making films? Because you said you used to be a investigator before, right?
Yeah, I still am. When I went to film school, and I've always liked to make little films with my friends and stuff like that. When I started doing this, I was a complete skeptic about ghosts. I didn't believe in them. I just thought I was going to make a documentary about silly people going around hunting ghosts. That's all I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then I just got into it because so many things started happening, and I had to be true to myself and say, well, you can't explain this, and you're here, you're hearing this, and you're seeing this, so you can't really say you can't believe in this anymore. You're experiencing it right now, just like these people are. So you
got into filmmaking before you became an investigator, or you were an investigator first?
I got into filmmaking before. I mean, I didn't make anything great, just things with my friends and stuff like that.
Okay,
it's just basically a hobby. And I wanted to make a horror movie with some friends, and I could never come up with something good. And somebody suggested I make a documentary, and I said, okay. And then I just happened to hit on, when I found out people were ghost hunting around my community, around LA, I thought, I just thought they just did it on TV. So I just asked, hey, can I follow you guys to do a documentary? And the first group said, yeah. I'm like, well, a week later, I was with a group during an investigation.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I was telling the audience that I actually really enjoyed this film. And you know what I liked about it was that you actually had kind of both sides of the coin. Like the skeptics and then the believers, and then you were kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I started in 2010. I didn't believe in any of it, and it took like a year and a half, maybe a year. And wow, I heard my first disembodied voice in Linda Vista Hospital.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed on the video there's a part where I guess your name keeps on coming up on the EVPs, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the 3 a.m. Paranormal kept telling me your name keeps coming up, and then somebody told me from Linda Vista Hospital, your name comes up here too, and even when you're not here, it comes up, because I was there a lot, and that was pretty interesting. And they gave me evidence that there's my name several times over and over again. I don't know what to make of that. It still happens today, not as much, but it still happens on ITC.
Yeah, and you know what? There was even parts of the video where they were trying to hear your name come through, and yeah. I actually heard it more times than they said. So. Oh really? Oh, that's awesome. So, yeah, but it's a great film. So
okay, thank you.
So have you made other films besides these two films, or?
No, I started the third one in 2016, but it's going to be all on haunted California missions. I was going to try to go to every mission I could, and but the people I was going to interview, they kept telling me they have this incredible evidence, and I said, yeah, let's do it, let's put it in, and no one could seem to find their evidence, so that kind of fizzled out, and now there's been kind of restrictions on where you can film it at the missions, that you can't really put down a tripod and start filming because they'll ask you for permits and you have permission to do this and that. So it's really, that idea just kind of fizzled. I mean, I'm going to put something to do with the missions in the next one, but it's not going to be on the scale. It's just missions only, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like what happened to us at Fort MacArthur when we try to do a video there. I didn't know,
Yeah.
you know, I had no idea you needed to, like, at certain places get permits, you know, to do filming. But
Yeah, you really don't. Just tell them you're doing Facebook Live. They will know the difference.
That's true. And you know what I was telling the audience, because today I'm kind of going solo because of the whole coronavirus, so my co-host isn't here with me. But
okay.
I do have a monitor like next to me with your picture on it, so it's kind of like you're here but you're not.
I'm sort of there in spirit, right?
Yes, that's correct. But you know what I was gonna ask you, because I know you've been doing this. How long did you say you've been doing the investigations now?
Officially 2010.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
And have you ever had anything like attached to you like that, where you do an investigation, go home, and then like have stuff happen at home?
Yes. It's the strangest one. I tell my friends about it a lot. Is I was in my room and I heard my sister at my door, and she was calling my name, and she called me this name that only she knows when I was a kid, Wayne instead of Wayne, and it's kind of playful. And I fully woke up and I heard her again, and you can hear you can hear the floor creak when someone's at your door.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that. And the funny thing is, my sister's still alive. She's very much alive.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the door and she's not there. And I looked all around and said, "Why would she be here at 2:30 in the morning at my bedroom door? You calling me kind of weird,
Yeah.
So I even texted her about it. And I said, I told her she thought that's really strange.
Yeah.
So that happened, and a couple of other things have happened too around the house. I don't believe in a lot of things. Like I got friends that do magic, and I told them about it, and they're telling me just do this, whether you believe it or not. Just take these white candles home and burn them for like a week, and do that, and it'll go away. And it did. Nothing else happened for a very long time. I don't, like I said, I don't have a lot of belief, but I respect it, and I'm interested, and I have an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I burned the candles, and nothing else happened after that.
Yeah, because you know what, I've actually had stuff happen. I was telling the viewers that this last time when I interviewed Nicole Six last week's episode, that same night, like at 2, I think it was like 2:30 in the morning, one of the picture frames in our dining room fell, and there was no explanation for it. And the whole night there was like some weird sounds coming from the dining room, and my wife kind of freaked out because she's like, what did you do? What did you bring to the house? But yeah, that
was just a phone interview too.
Yeah, that was just over the phone, so it was
wow,
kind of strange. But
you gotta let me know if something happens tonight.
I will, or I'll mention it on the next episode. But yeah, speaking of what you said of how how you had your when you went home after the investigation and you heard your sister's voice, right?
Yeah.
I know there's been cases that even personally with I think my mom was the one that she had a thing also where she saw my sister in the house and my sister wasn't there. So I mean, what kind of spirits are those? The ones that are able to mimic you?
Some people call them doppelgangers or just tricksters.
Oh, okay.
That's just what I've heard from investigators that have been in the ghost hunting business for a lot longer than I have. That's basically what they call them. Either one of the two. Like for instance, say if you're trying to contact Robin Williams, for instance,
Yes.
and you hear a voice say, "Yes, I'm Robin Williams. This is me." It's most likely a trickster spirit. It's not a demon or anything like that. You know how people are trolls online just like they in real life?
Yes.
It's the same thing for like the afterlife. Troll spirits.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's crazy because I've had stuff even. I don't know if because in the video you some of the investigators you interviewed or you were with, they were talking about how where they think it's like something I forgot what they call it, where it's like they believe that I think it was a skeptical guy where he said that he thinks it's something where the mind is the one that's making the things happen.
Yeah, actually that was there was a lot of investigations, actually scientific investigations, in late '60s and early '70s, and one of the hypotheses for EVP was that it's not a spirit, but it's our mind somehow broadcasting those voices, but they couldn't figure out how it would work, so they kind of dismissed it. But it's an interesting concept if we're actually doing it ourselves, you know what I mean, instead of a spirit.
Yeah, because you know what? I actually had something happen, which was funny, because this was after I watched the film The Conjuring.
Yes.
I went to see that movie, and that same again the same night when I got home, around 3 a.m, something in the sink, like the dishes kind of like rattled and woke everybody up, and then the doorbell rang and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was thinking, was it from the movie? But then a year later, I actually got the courage to read the book, because you know how it's based on like a real book or something. But I got the book. I downloaded the book on my phone and started reading it. And that same night that I started reading the book, again in the middle of the night, the doorbell rang with nobody being at the door. So I'm kind of thinking like maybe it is just our mind, our minds making these things happen. But
yeah, or maybe somehow we generate some kind of a thing where it'll bring other energies to our area. It doesn't necessarily have to be a spirit, but it's some kind of energy. We're not sure what it is yet.
Yeah, it could be that too. But I mean, what do you think about what do you believe? Do you believe they're demons, or they're actually like the spirits of people that have passed away?
Well, I'm an atheist. I don't really believe in a god or anything like that. Okay. But I'm an open-minded atheist. If somebody wants to pray for me, that's great. Thank you for your positive energy, no problem, Mm-hmm. But I keep an open mind. I don't know if there's a God or not. I can't say definitely no, there's no God. Absolutely not, because I don't have no proof of that.
Yeah.
But for demons and stuff, I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of people that I really respect, that are demonologists, and they're telling me these are real because they've studied civilizations like the Sumerians and things like that, where demons come from thousands of years ago. And so I keep an open mind and I listen to them, because like I said, I don't know half of the things that some people know.
Yeah.
So for some reason I'm not fully on board with ghosts being spirits of dead people. I mean, it could be, mm-hmm. but I'm just want to keep the door open that maybe it's something else, or maybe it's some other phenomena we're not sure of what it is yet, you know? Yeah.
Okay. And you know what? I was also gonna ask you, what's like the like when you've been doing the investigations, do you ever have any like a special investigation where something like really crazy happened, like you got pushed or something, or where you felt like you were getting possessed?
That's the weirdest thing. I've never gotten pushed or touched, and I've even walked down hallways of abandoned mental asylums, and I said, I want to feel this. Mm-hmm. So I have my arms open. I walk down. I really want to feel something, and I haven't had anything yet. And the weirdest thing is the most things that happen to me is not on an investigation, but when I'm off an investigation, like at my house, or one time I left work and I thought I saw someone coming up to me like I was going to get mugged, like running up on me, right? I could see clearly on my peripheral vision. Is like I had black pants on and a white shirt coming up on me. I dropped my bag and I said, "Dude, what the f?"
Yeah.
And there's nobody. I mean, I was just kill up on myself, and there's nobody around at all. And I was for sure someone's coming up to jump me or something.
Yeah.
But it's the strange thing is not a lot doesn't happen when I'm on an investigation. I mean, I somebody stuff. But as for seeing things, almost never.
Yeah, and you know what? That seems to be the case with a lot of people. Because I've done a few investigations, but they're more like private. Where I can't really share the footage, and people just want to know. They kind of want to verify if there's something in their house, but it seems to be the case that usually it happens when you least expect it, and not when you're actually looking for it.
As a matter of fact, one of the groups that's in Night Stalkers, the 3 a.m. Paranormal people, they told me they've picked up EVP. They leave a recorder in a certain spot, like in an old hospital or something, and they try to hide it where it is, and just leave the room. And they said they actually picked up recordings of spirits saying it's over here, there it is, or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I wanted those recordings really bad for the documentary, but they couldn't find them.
I see. Yeah, because you know what? Some of the, there was a part in the video where one of the investigators, I guess you guys are like outside, and then something holds onto her hand, and it's kind of like pulling her, and it's not letting her go, and I don't know. Some of those parts were just kind of like I didn't know if to believe it or not. But
that was my first investigation, and it was so surreal and weird. I said, "Why am I doing this? This is my first night out, and these people are seeing demons and being burned and pushed and everything." And one woman fainted right in front of me because she had a vortex.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh man, I think I just maybe I should just go back to my car and leave. But I stuck with it.
Yeah. Some of it is just like you see them like holding hands, and then she's like doing these weird twirls, and so yeah, some of it.
that was pretty wild. I've got matter of fact, I could make like 4 or 5 other documentaries from the raw footage that I had, because the Night Stalkers originally was over an hour and a half. Okay. And I watched it with a couple of audiences, and people are kind of like, you know, getting fidgety after like a first hour. So I recut it down to an hour, so what people won't get bored. You know, I got a lot. I mean, there was so much weirdness with that group, like pulling. They're opening vortexes and pulling pins out of the floor and throwing them into another vortex. And it was just crazy stuff, you know. And you know, when I started the documentary, I think I had two different groups like this. I said, man, these people are just kind of nutty, you know. and it wasn't until later when I got to the more let's say serious investigators, you know. Yeah. And this is what I really like. You know, these people are taking it, and they dismiss things. It could be this or that. It's not really a ghost, you know. And they're taking it much more seriously than the first 2 groups I interviewed, you know. And that's what really made me want to stick with it.
Yeah, because I was thinking, you know what, because you know I've done a few investigations with groups, but when I saw that, I was thinking if I would have gone they do a ghost tour at the Queen Mary with a guy named Matt. And I was thinking if I would have gone to that, you know, I think that was my first ghost tour ever. But if I had the ghost tour and I would have seen, you know, the main investigator like trying to shoot lasers out of his hands, I probably would have just left.
Matt Schultz, he's a really good investigator. He dismisses a lot that can be explained away by anything else, you know, that could be like a rat in a corner, like knocking something over, things like that. He's a really good investigator. He'll you know, do dismissing the things that could be normal occurrences. Not every crack you hear or every noise you hear is paranormal. That's good to remember.
Yeah, that's actually really yeah, he's really cool. But this you know what? Yeah, this film you can't. You said it's on Amazon. Is it on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. Both of them are on Amazon Prime. Night Stalkers and Hotel Camarillo.
Okay, and there's no way to purchase the actual you know, the physical media.
Yeah, you can order the DVD also just off Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Wayne. Hopefully one day you could come in, because it seems like you're a lot of fun to talk to. And you know, we could
cool, thanks.
After this whole, like, you know, the coronavirus thing is over, who knows how long it's gonna last.
I'll come in after the zombie apocalypse is lifted.
And you know what? If you do make another film, let me know, because I would love to. You know, I did do some not full investigations, but you know, just EVPs at missions, and I did get some, you know, some good recordings. So it'd be interesting to have something with missions.
Oh, great! Okay.
But yeah, if you ever do one, let me know, and you know, because I'd be very interested.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoy your program. I'll watch it every time you put a new video up.
Thank you. I was gonna ask you, is there anything you want to plug, like your Instagram, Facebook, or anything?
Well, anybody could go to MrPoesMorgue.com, And really all it is all of my social media links are right there.
Okay.
So you can see my YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. That's all there.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty much it. I got nothing else to plug right now. I'm trying to write a book, but it's really slow going. That's about it.
All right. All right, Wayne. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me and sharing this on our channel. And
yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, and I'll talk to you soon.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, I hope to talk to you soon.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you, man.
All right, Wayne. Take it easy.
You too.
Right,
bye.
All right. Well, that was a success. I would call it a success. Yeah, guys. So if you want to check this out, the Night Stalker film, and I will be reviewing this one, like I said, in a future video, the Hotel Camarillo. But if you want to check this out, you should check this out. It's on like Wayne said, Wayne Poe. It's on Amazon Prime. And if you want to watch a trailer, you can watch it. But you know what? I watched the trailer on YouTube, and the trailer doesn't do it justice because it doesn't really show, a lot of what's really going on. But check it out on Amazon Prime, and you could, like you said, you could even order the DVD there if you're still into physical media. I know a lot of the people watching, I have a lot of friends and family that watch this, and you guys know that I'm big into collecting films. I collect Laserdisc, VHS, DVD, anything movies. So I'm big into the physical media, and you know what, Wayne, thank you again for sending these to me. I should have asked you to like autograph them or something for me, but anyways, all right, guys. Well, you know what? I think that's gonna do it for today's video. I wish I had more. More to talk to. Actually, when I have Carlos, my co-host here with me, he's kind of like the one that brings up more things to talk about, so I could keep on going. But right now that I'm by myself, I feel kind of weird. I feel like I'm talking to myself, although I know that you guys are watching the video through the camera. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and thank you again, Wayne Poe, for doing the interview with me over the phone. And one more thing, I wanted to also say that for now, I think we're gonna be mostly doing movie reviews. I think next week I'm gonna be doing the entity case, the haunting that happened in Culver City. But I think that's gonna be what we're gonna be doing for now, because we can't really get together. Oh, I think I turned something on here. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And Carlos, I miss you, buddy. I wish you were here with me. But thanks again, and I hope to see you guys on the next video of San Pedro Paranormal. Thanks for watching, guys.